As I look at the Washington football team this year, one thing stands out to me is that, you know, Alex Smith is absolutely kind of the perfect quarterback for their head coach, Ron Rivera. He's not very flashy, but he's safe and he's consistent, and I trust him. And Ron Rivera, knowing what kind of quarterback he would want, how Ron Rivera does quarterback math. He's a defensive-minded coach. He wants to take care of the football. He wants a good veteran leader. I think Alex Smith is likely the guy in Washington for another year or two after this year, where I just don't think Washington needs a quarterback yet. People are going to say, are they going to draft a guy? Are they going to get this? Alex Smith is great. He's playing very, very well. He's rallied the team. They like him. They respect him. He takes care of the ball. He allows our defense to play very, very well. And I think part of why, Washington right now is on a 3-game winning streak. The reason why is because they don't make mistakes. They play very, very clean football. If you beat them, you got to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves. And part of that is Alex Smith. He sets the tempo. He's the tone. He's the veteran leader. And if I look around the NFL and I go, what quarterback do I trust to not make decisions, or to not make huge mistakes, right? Would I take Alex Smith or Jared Goff? I take Alex Smith. Would I take Alex Smith or Kirk Cousins? If I need a guy, and I'm saying my one situation is I don't want the guy to make a big mistake or make a big interception or this or that. The guy I trust to not screw up is Alex Smith over Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. There's Phillip Rivers. I trust Alex Smith more than a lot of other quarterbacks around the league. And he's a very consistent, safe quarterback who I think is exactly what Ron Rivera is looking for. A guy who can control the game, be in charge, and again, not have nasty, really bad turnovers. And it's been really fun to watch Alex Smith as the year has gone on. When he first started playing, I think he played he came off the bench in one game, and I think it was the Rams game. And I remember going, Alex Smith does not look comfortable in the pocket at all. And I went, I don't know that he's ready for this, where Alex Smith was darting around, looked very uncomfortable, didn't like bodies around him. And as the year has gone on, Alex Smith has gotten more and more and more comfortable playing in a messy pocket with bodies around his feet and his ankles. And last week he was bleeding because he got cleated. And I just think Alex Smith has really, as the year has gone on, gotten more and more comfortable playing at a very high level. I would be, first of all, surprised if the Washington football team decided to replace him. But also, I don't think it'd be the right move. I think Alex Smith is your guy now for the next 2 or 3 years in Washington, and that's okay. He's kind of exactly what you need. And someday down the road, you can get another quarterback who can sit behind Alex Smith and learn and grow. And maybe that guy is Dwayne Haskins. Right now, Dwayne Haskins isn't ready. He's talented. We saw that at Ohio State. We saw that a little bit at times last year and this year. And either Dwayne Haskins can sit behind Alex Smith or someone else eventually can sit behind Alex Smith. But right now, Alex Smith is the best quarterback on that roster. He should be their guy moving forward for the next whoever knows how long. And it's kind of perfect for Washington. Ron Rivera got exactly the quarterback he could have hoped for. And I think that's awesome. Now, I want to give a shout out to a couple other people in Washington. Number one, we'll start with Logan Thomas, their tight end. Logan Thomas was a quarterback in college at Virginia Tech. He's really made the transition from quarterback to tight end very well. He's 29 years old, and he bought into that change. He's been in the NFL for a while now. This is his 6th team. He was on the Cardinals, the Dolphins, the Giants, the Detroit Lions, not once but twice. He was on the Bills, and now we're seeing Logan Thomas in Washington, and he's really found a home there. Logan Thomas is playing very well. He's having a career year in every category, where he's got 43 catches for 426 yards, 5 touchdowns. I give out an award I do the Strong Opinion Sports Awards, and I give out my own NFL awards. And one of the awards I think I might add this year is the newcomer of the year or breakout player, or it's a guy who isn't a rookie, who isn't even necessarily a star, but who in their second, third, fourth, just randomly out of nowhere, had a breakout year and became a great player. The guy who's probably going to win that award is J.C. Jackson, an undrafted player for the Patriots, who is second in the NFL in interceptions right now. He's playing. It's really kind of remarkable. This guy came out of nowhere and is having a great year. But another guy in the running would be a Logan Thomas, a guy who I think is having a breakout year, playing very well, and I love watching him. And so I just shout out to Logan Thomas. It's a cool story. Used to play quarterback, bought in at tight end, playing very well. And then another fun kind of storyline going on in Washington is they have a receiver named Cam Sims who had one of the best games of his entire NFL career against Pittsburgh last week, where really he was a backup quarterback at Alabama. Backup receiver at Alabama, was in the rotation very minimally till his junior and senior year. Even his junior and senior year really didn't have a lot of receiving yards. I think he had like 400 combined receiving yards in 2 years. And on last week against Pittsburgh, he had 5 catches for 92 yards, had a huge one-handed catch. I just think it deserves a little bit of respect and kind of a shout-out where it's a testament to Ron Rivera how good he is at getting the most out of his players. I look at Ron Rivera, I go, man, I'm so impressed with the job he's doing this year. He's a great coach. And again, the reason why Washington has a 3-game winning streak right now is because they're not making mental mistakes. They're not beating themselves. They are forcing other teams to play better and beat them. And they're not going to beat themselves. I love it. I love what's going on in Washington. It deserves a lot of respect. They're playing very, very well. And it's really cool to see. I love, again, shout out to Ron Rivera. Shout out to Logan Thomas, Alex Smith. Ron Rivera had cancer. Alex Smith fought back from bad injury. Cam Sims, Terry McLaurin. He's like a 3rd-round pick. I mean, this team is full of people who have overcome and have turned themselves into what they are through hard work and grinding. And I just think it's very, very cool what's going on in Washington. It deserves a lot of respect. And I've had a blast watching and following and covering Washington this year in 2020.